the real reason why Americanized citizens don't want immigrants in this country. It's because being bilingual is a new adaptation most Americanized citizens can't be. It takes about 15+ years to be really fluent. You pretty much need to live in a Spanish-speaking household and go through the English-speaking school system. You can't take a few Spanish classes in high school and expect to be genuinely fluent. It takes decades. Being bilingual is more valuable to employers than a college bachelor's degree. Employers love bilingual people. Bilingual is like a worker and translator in one. It broadens the employer's clientele. They can get English speakers to purchase their good and service, and they can get Spanish speakers as well. No business owner will ever say no to more customers and more money. And here's a big thing people try to hide and cover up in our workplace. Bilingual employees always get the promotion over the English-only worker. Always. Because to a business owner, bilingual goes further than education and experience. That's right. A bilingual worker who had been there 5 years will always get promoted over the English guy who's been there 20 years and has a degree. So bottom line is, being bilingual is more valuable to employers than having a bachelor's degree. Mind blown. These immigrants who come over might do a farm job or two, but it's only a matter of time until they get into another sector. For example, they stray from their farm labor jobs and go into construction. Then they go into things like plumbing, landscaping, junk hauling, automotive work, and a huge one, restaurant work. Basically, any job that's blue collar. And they basically take that field over within a generation or two. And in 3 generations or so, employers need you to be bilingual to do any of these blue collar jobs. Americanized citizens find it very annoying that they came here to do farm work, and they end up ditching farm work to get into unrelated skilled trade jobs. Gotta love how all the libs are all like, hey, they pick our food out in the fields, Americanized people won't do that work. It's not that immigrants are taking farm jobs white people won't do. It's that they take construction jobs, and eventually within a generation or two, they start taking white-collar jobs. That's right. College is free if you're born into a less than rich family. Financial aid is a real thing. Taxpayer-funded free universities for the minorities, and when these people graduate, they enter the workforce bilingual, and the Americanized people who were previously there get let go. Of course, we'll say they were let go for other reasons, but business must have bilingual workers to compete with other companies. But the bosses ultimately let the English only go because they are not bilingual. Because remember, losing out on 10% of Spanish-speaking clientele means like a 10% loss of potential income. And trust me, these rich a-hole business owners want every little higher number at their bottom line that they can get. It's not only bilingualism, it's the culture they bring over here Americans aren't too fond of. A lot of the Americanized citizens complain that the immigrants don't raise respectable kids, or their parenting is much different than Americanized citizens. They have much more children than the average established American. First-generation citizens have 6 or 7 kids per family, while the American established couple has 1 or 2 children. Bilingualness is kind of a new lingo. I've actually seen bilingual people talk a combination of Spanish and English in one. It's kind of like this new form of language only Hispanic Americans know, because they went through the training of Spanish-speaking parents and the English school system. A typical Americanized 18-year-old can't even get a job at a burger joint or at retail places, because everyone speaks Spanish there, or the workers are all fluently bilingual, and English speaking only won't fit into that culture. Mark my words, in 5 years or so, you have to be bilingual to work at everything from Walmart to working for a law firm. Seriously, even doctors in about 10 years will need to be bilingual, because so much of their patients will need life-sensitive instructions in Spanish, and it's a huge potential lawsuit. Hospitals will make this a prerequisite to being an employee at their establishment.